What's good? What's good? I am back. Yours truly, the one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, sport events, and more. Today, I'm going to react to Nore. Let me rephrase that. The puppet Nore deletes the Kanye West video off of the Drinks Champs, and if I'm not mistaken, somebody else did that as well. Before we do that, though, we're going to give you a word from one of our sponsors.
That lit, that slap, it is that one, that everybody talking about Dizzle new drink, that's that turn, that lit, that slap, it is that one, that everybody talking about Dizzle new drink.
They like, do you dizzle? Yes, I dizzle. Check out dizzlebrand.com. Dizzle is a premium luxury liqueur, a mixture of agave tequila, French cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Just throw your dizzle on ice, and it's nice. Go to dizzlebrand.com, click on our locations, click on one of the top 3 website links. I recommend Emilio's Beverage, and you can order your very own bottle or bottles of Dizzle premium luxury liqueur. Must be 21 and over. Shipping and handling is included. And below that is locations in California, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Little Rock. Here we come. I'm gonna react to. I got 2 videos that I'm gonna react to, and one of them totally goes exactly where I was thinking with this Nore deleting the Kanye video. But first, we're going to react to Greg Foreman, Black Conservative Perspective, probably the person who let me know that I really have conservative views, because I agree with Greg Foreman a lot. He's based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm based out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Never met him, don't know him personally, but I agree with this cat pretty much 99.9% of the time, and he's got a black conservative perspective. So maybe I'm gonna have a black conservative perspective or just a conservative perspective. I don't know. We'll see. But let's go.
West news, and there's a whole lot of it to discuss. However, I'm not going to get into too much details about some of the Kanye news, mainly that Kanye is buying Parler, or he plans to buy Parler. Now, this is interesting because Parler is owned by Candace Owens' husband.
Which I did not know till recently, and the reason Kanye is buying Parler is because liberal social media platforms are censoring conservative perspectives. Let's go.
Which could explain why Kanye and Candace have been hanging out so much. Now, this comes after Ye got canceled by this bank and by Twitter, social media, Instagram, for making comments about Jewish people that really upset a lot of people, right? Those comments and the comments about White Lives Matter. He also made comments about George Floyd and how he died that the George Floyd family doesn't like, and they're trying to sue him for these comments. Again, good luck suing somebody for defamation over a dead person, but hey, this is the world we live in, right? Free speech is under attack from every angle. He's made a whole bunch.
Yeah, he's right. Let me pump the brakes. Free speech is under attack, and I know people would like to say that offensive speech is not free speech, but they are one and the same. They are exactly the same. Some speech is going to be offensive, and sometimes the truth hurts. It's not always pretty. It's not always clean. Sometimes it's ugly. Let's go. Come on, keep it moving. What do we got?
Again, good luck suing somebody for defamation over a dead person, but hey, this is the world we live in, right? Free speech is under attack from every angle. He's made a whole bunch of comments that is getting a whole lot of backlash. Now, Ye did another interview with Drink Champs, which is a podcast that I don't listen to, but I've actually done a reaction video to Kanye being on that podcast before, in which he said things during that podcast that I agree with. So I've actually seen him on the podcast. Now, they released another podcast in which Kanye is saying more things about Jewish people and explaining his positions, the White Lives Matter thing. He's just said a whole bunch of stuff that he's been getting backlash for. And, they posted a podcast. Obviously, the podcast is very popular. It's getting a lot of views. I haven't even had a chance to check it out yet. And then all of a sudden, it is deleted, right? The podcast is deleted. So when it first got deleted, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, it must be the comments that Kanye made about Jewish people again. Big tech must be cracking down, right? Maybe, YouTube gave him a strike, or they took down the podcast in fear of potentially getting a strike from YouTube. However, it's actually worse than that. As the reason why they took down the podcast, according to Nore, who hosts the podcast.
Greg called him Nore. It's Nori, but he said, he don't know because he don't listen to Nori like that. But let's keep it moving.
After backlash from the woke mob, and I want you to see this interview that Nore does with Hot 97, in which he explains why they took down the podcast episode. And it is extremely, extremely, extremely sad how, once again, these people are bending to the mob.
Like I said, what I say, puppet, the puppet Nore, bending to the mob. He wants to keep his job, keep his spot at Revolt. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing. Nori knew that Kanye was controversial before he came on here. He just wore the White Lives Matter tee, and that's ruffled a lot of feathers and got a lot of people pissed. So let's keep it moving. All right, so hold on. Let's get it moving. Come on.
Sad how, once again, these people are bending to the mob. Take a look.
Started from there. Now with Ye, I have a relationship with Ye. When he was going through a lot of things that he was going through, he would call me and he would actually listen to me and take my advice. So I felt I could control the situation. I felt that I could control the interview. And I've learned early on that I didn't. As a black man, I feel like I failed. As a human, I feel like I failed. But as a journalist, I succeeded because as a journalist, you're not really supposed to have an opinion. You're supposed to let people talk. And my biggest critique on Drink Champs is, Nore, you always cut people off. And this is the one time I didn't cut the people. Didn't cut them off.
Says, and no one should have cut them off.
Everyone's mad. Like, hell yeah. So I should just stick to what the script is and cut everyone off. But I sincerely apologize to anybody that was hurt by Kanye's words, by Kanye's actions, because I didn't really realize that sometimes you're so much into the interview, you're not even in the interview. You understand what I'm saying? And so for the first 5 minutes, Kanye had walked in and he said he had people filming. And he told to my producer, he said, if you tell my people to stop filming, that he would walk out. So that the rhetoric of George Floyd, when you hear him speak about George Floyd, that's in the first 5 to 8 minutes of the actual interview. I actually check him and I say, you shouldn't say that. I actually check him about the Jewish community. I actually check him about the black community, but you don't see that till 2 hours in the interview. So what you're seeing right now, what we're getting backlash for, is for the first 5 minutes of the interview. And you guys understand that when you're trying to have a long interview or in-depth interview,
you got to pace yourself.
You got to pace yourself. So, but if the people are mad at me, the people are saying that was irresponsible of Nore, you know what? I'm going to say yes. Y'all right.
You know what? Let me stop real quick. Nore, I lost all respect for Nore right now as a man. He is not a man in my book no more. He's a coward. He's a puppet. You bent the knee to corporate media. And he's a hypocrite. He's such a hypocrite. Like, Nore was a gangster rapper. Gangster rappers say the most degrading things on the planet. Like, Nore is a rapper. Like, the fact that he's apologizing. And another thing is, like, okay, if you don't like what somebody has to say, then don't listen. And you choose to be hurt by words. Because the way I was raised was sticks and stones may break your bones, but names would never hurt you. You know, it's just we're living in this little crybaby sensitive world, you know what I'm saying, where people want you to lie to make them feel better. But, you know, when you start telling the truth, oh, no, no, you're irresponsible. You can't do that. It's irresponsible to tell the truth and speak facts. Nora, you should be embarrassed. You should be ashamed of yourself. Let's keep it moving. It's
You know what I
pathetic.
mean? Like, it was, I should have checked him right then and there. So
Well,
he
listen.
said
No,
it,
you should
Nora,
check
I was too
yourself,
drunk.
Nora.
He's too
Nora
I
should
was
check
too drunk.
himself.
I was too, like, by the way, we're called drink champs, guys. We're not political champs. You know what I'm saying? We're called drink champs. We're here to get these people inebriated. We're here to have, because that's when you get these stories that you guys love so much, is when I get them drunk. So unfortunately, sometimes I get drunk with them. It's just he stood with that ideology. He stood with. And by the way, I love Kanye West. I really think that we shouldn't give up on Kanye West. I really think that
it's getting tough,
we should
Nori.
talk. Yeah. I know this. I really
Screw
think,
Screw
because
you,
right
Rosenberg.
now, to me, I just got the phone with Talib Kweli, and I said, Talib, I think you should reach out to him. I think he needs a most depth.
Like, you know what? That's another problem, man. Like, I'm sick and tired about these far left liberals. You know, you make one mistake in life nowadays, and they want to crucify you, man. And you know, Kanye is right. I'm gonna say it right here. Um, these people that call themselves Jews nowadays are not the real Jews. They are fake Jews. They are basically the ancestors of people that conquered Israel. Original Jews were, like Kanye says, they were Africans or more Arabs, because there was no European white males in that area. That's Arabic and African territories, you know. And if we pull up the map, I think it's more. I want to say Israel's like more like in Arabian territories, but they're definitely not. These people nowadays are the only Jews by religion. They're not real Jewish. They're not real Israelis, the originals. And that's the thing we fail to realize. Same thing with like Egypt. Original Egyptians were Africans, black Africans. Now they've painted this picture where they're more Arabic color, and you know, and that's because Arabs conquered at some point, you know, in time and civilization. That's what's going on. So Kanye, like that's the thing. A lot of the things Kanye said are facts and truth, but you know, we're living in this sensitive world nowadays and whatnot. So let's keep it moving.
Out to him. I think he needs a most depth conversation. I think he needs a Dave Chappelle conversation, because he's not having these. So when he's having them, he's so much in dominance of this. And like I said, you know, let me not railroad. I'm here to say I apologize to anybody who felt like I let them down, because I did feel like I did let them down to a certain extent, because like I said, I did check him later, but by the time I checked him, it was already kind of like too late. So I can't.
You know, and I'm about to go to this next video in a second. I got one more thing to say. Like, Nore's a disgrace to the music business. He's a disgrace right now as a man. He's a coward. He's a puppet. He's pathetic. Luther Campbell fought so hard against the Supreme Court for freedom of speech in the music business. All he's doing is making it easier for them to start censoring music now. That's all he's doing. He's contributing and helping to what is going to, I guarantee they're going to start censoring music real soon here. They're going to try, at least attempt to or try to. And Luther Campbell from Two Live Crew fought so hard to get to this point so you could have the NWAs, you know, Fuck the Police, Ice-T, Cop Killer, and all, you know, the Eminems of the world and the Marilyn Mansons and all these other controversial figures that have been in the music business. And now Nore's basically just, you know, trying to turn back the clock like 100 years and just basically empower cancel culture and censorship. And I'm going to play this video with Wack 100. I really don't typically agree with this cat, but this cat is going to basically say, you know, what I said about you being a gangster rapper and apologizing because somebody else said something. It's so pathetic. It's so beneath you, Nore. It's so puppet like of you. Bend the knees, kiss the ass, kiss the feet of the liberal far left. Let's go. Let me play this one.
For being with All Urban Central today.
All Urban Central, yeah, hey.
Nore, with you, bro. But I just heard that Breakfast Club shit. Nah, bro, we street niggas, bro. We know we doing what we doing. That's one thing about us, Nore. And I with you, but what you can't do is act like you wasn't hearing what you was hearing and act like you had a problem with it when you was hearing it. Because we know you didn't have a problem with it. You didn't have a problem with the calling Puff a fed, and that's on Revolt. Like, that's Puff Network. But you gonna with Ye, bro. We all disagree and agree with some shit Ye says. You know what I'm saying? And that's just our personal opinion. But all the apologies to the family and all this shit, like you all of a sudden anti-Ye, that ain't gangster, homie. No,
Exactly.
You a stand-up dude, bro. Just simply say you let that
So-called
man do an
gangster
interview
rapper Nore.
because it's Kanye West, it's Ye, right? You didn't want
Fake
him to
as
walk
fuck.
out because at the same token, I just went and checked. If you that emotional about this shit, why is it still up? You still reaping the benefits of the views, bro. If it's that serious, like, bro, don't play off into the politics, bro. Stand on your square like you always did, bro. You didn't have no problem with that man speaking his opinion because it was his opinion. Don't let him put it on you. Tell him address Ye. You there to ask a question to get a motherfucking answer. You ain't the judge and jury to that, but don't flip it, bro. Like all of a sudden, I got at Ye after the fact. And if you didn't get at Ye right then and there like you always do when he said what he said, you don't want to hear that shit, bro. Stand on your square. You did a great interview, part 3. Probably one of the biggest, viewing artists that comes up there, bro. Don't act like, well, I done got 3 out of him. I don't need him no more. Nah, bro. Stand on your square. You ask the questions, they get the answers. That's it, bro. All that other shit, bro, that shit ain't real. That shit ain't right, bro. And you know, ain't respecting that, bro. All of a sudden, you totally against everything he was saying and all this shit. All that shit is cap. Big cap, bro. You did it for the reasons you did it for, and we don't knock that, bro. It's business. Stand on your square, Nore. Stand on your square. You a stand-up, bro. Don't let these shake you like this all of a sudden. Be who you always been, bro. Love.
You know what? I agree with everything Wack 100 just said there, except that Nore being a stand-up dude. Nah, Nore ain't a stand-up dude. Not in my eyes. He's not even a man no more. He's a coward. He's a puppet. Plain and simple, man. You know, I mean, he knew Kanye was controversial before he got there. He, like he said, you reap the benefits of the clicks. You knew all this. You know what I'm saying? And why are you apologizing for something somebody else said? Like that's another good point. If people are upset, then go tell Kanye that you're upset. Tell Ye, don't tell Nore. You apologizing for what somebody else said, man. Like what? Oh my gosh, that's so beneath you, Nore. I agree with him 100%. So let's get into this. I'm about to. Don't forget to check out these. We got these T-shirts right here. We got these these New Lit Apparel T-shirts. So check us out. Got the New Lit Apparel T-shirts. I'm gonna put the link in the description. You can get them at promopalace.biz. Basically for dog lovers and animal lovers. We got our three main shirts we got right now are like pit bulls and whatnot for the pit bull culture. So check us out. New Lit Apparel at promopalace.biz. Let me scroll that link below here for you so you can see promopalace.biz. Also get marketing promotions at promopalace.biz as well. One-stop shop for all marketing promotions. But definitely support with the t-shirts, New Lit Apparel. And I got one of the Dizzle t-shirts on as well. Get these at dizzlebrand.com. Check them out. Once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Peace, and I'm out.